From Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's not going. No audio.
Awesome.
That's great.
That's great.
So, yeah, take two.
From Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Bomb, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to episode 520.
Are you absolutely kidding me?
Oh, what? What I do? What I do?
It's not your show, dingus.
Oh, I did it again.
That was 2 times in a row.
It's habit. I've been doing it.
I know, but he let it happen, kind of.
I'm sorry.
No, because I'm not at the board to control it.
No,
That's the
that's true.
problem.
I'm sorry. You're the captain.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead.
great open here for our take two.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode number 528 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. We are here live on YouTube with our volume on this time. We're going to have our chat board introduced in just a moment. We're also on an AEW discussion group live on Facebook. So if you're joining us there, both groups, put up your questions, put up your comments. We'll read what we can. My co-host who tried to steal the hosting duties across from me is Rody Rob. What's up, buddy?
Hey, so just an FYI, maybe something could happen. Maybe MJ's going to call tonight with some rumors and dirt sheets tonight. Maybe.
Yeah, I haven't got confirmation.
Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's not.
He's like WCW Sting. He just kind of shows up
Maybe
whenever.
we'll just do our own little video later with him.
No, that's fine. That's
Our
cool.
other co-host that you're trying to just mess everything up here at the flow in the beginning. My
Yeah.
other co-host is Bionic Brian. What's going on, buddy?
Oh, you know, just fucking hanging out. What do we got behind me now? Oh, Hello Kitty. That's true. I'm glad that you brought this up because I am a
We're live from your bedroom.
Yes, I am a huge Hello Kitty fanatic. I actually have a whole back piece on my back, a tattoo piece.
Tattoo.
Yeah, well, it's a Hello Kitty one, but it's inspired. It's also a wrestling-inspired Hello Kitty one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You should get a tattoo of tattoo.
Yep. Am I the one on the board or are you doing the board?
I'm doing the Facebook board.
Yeah. Who is on our boards? Let's start with YouTube. Rob.
We'll just do all of them. I see Daniel Price is there, XL10. Bang Bus. What's
Hey.
up, dog? Stike Leather, as always, the Hall of Famer, Jay Hayes. He said, you can't hear us now, Ken.
Jay Kager?
And on Twitch, we're looking at Humberto Murillo.
All right. So, guys, we're going to
Wait,
do...
he says nice
Whoa.
background, Brian. What
Whoa,
the fuck?
yeah, thank you.
Why you-
don't
thanks.
steamroll that. Also, wait, I want to introduce the board on the AEW discussion group.
Yeah,
also.
man. What the fuck?
Matt Golda.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Golda?
Matt-
Golden. The golden one.
The golden one.
Goldie. What's up, Golda?
Goldie. Hey.
So we're going to do similar to what we did last week.
Yeah.
We are going to cover a little NXT recap at the very end of the show. So stick around for that if that's what you care about. But we're going to do our normal show for Wednesdays, running down the AEW card. We're not going to go blow by blow and analyze each match, but we're going to talk about the impact, what happened, and pretty much our reaction. We're going to start like we did last week with the main event, and then we'll go in normal order.
Yeah.
Because that seemed to have a lot of
Oh,
substance.
you want to start with the main event?
Yes, we did it last week. It's fresh in our brains. We did it last week with Tyson and Jericho. We're going to do it this week with Cody and Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
And it was the first title defense for the TNT Championship. I think we all figured Cody would win. I don't think we figured that Cody would turn himself into a bloody mess again.
Do you think that was that a guarantee? You think guarantee Cody was going to win there? You had
Not
no
a
doubts?
guarantee. I think it
Yes.
was a better than 50% chance.
Guarantee.
Okay.
Guarantee.
Yeah. I mean, why
I know,
inaugural
I'm just-
champion doesn't even defend? That's a weird.
No, it just seems that AEW's throwing some twists here and there and what we might expect. And,
Yeah.
and maybe they saw angle they could play. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, a champion has to cut a promo. And no offense to Jungle Boy, but we
Right.
haven't really seen a lot of his promos.
Yeah,
we
but-
haven't seen him do stuff.
yeah, but no offense to your opinion, it's a television title. I mean,
I don't think he talks. I think that's his thing.
I mean that's fine.
He's like Tarzan.
all I'm
Tarzan
saying
never
is
talked.
would it have
Tarzan talked.
would it have been
Tarzan talked
unacceptable?
good.
Would it have been unacceptable for Jungle Boy to have won the belt tonight?
Yes. Out of the question.
Unacceptable.
Dude,
Unacceptable?
don't even fucking say that.
Wait.
Unacceptable.
I think it would have been acceptable. I think it would. I never thought it was going to happen,
That's
but
my
I
point.
No.
do agree with you, Rob, that it would be acceptable. Brian,
unacceptable.
why do you say it's not?
Unacceptable. First of all, Cody's an EVP. Okay, let's get that straight. He's the first TNT champion, and I agree that maybe I don't think
he's cradling the ball.
well a little bit.
Right?
Hey.
No.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
we're
also,
just saying, would you have accepted it?
Also,
You're saying no. We're not saying that it was booked or
No.
should have been booked. Or let's make our points clear here, because that's why I agree with Rob. Is he was crystal
Okay,
clear on his
yeah.
point, and it was solid.
all right. Well, so did you see how much he was glistening? Did you see how oily he was? How greased up he was? Just by that, I
Where
was
are
like,
you
know
going
what?
with this?
You know what? He's gonna win. He is greased to the gills. He looks good. Brandy looks good. No fucking way. Of course he's gonna win.
Okay.
Come on.
It's been a long-winded opinion.
Wow, right? And he
Thanks.
didn't make that had no substance to it.
Why?
I felt like Bob was here.
I just had a simple kind of question. I wasn't
Yeah.
looking for
What?
the full.
Yeah.
Well, no, the reason why he won because he was
He
fucking
gave us
greased
the
up.
full Monty of nothing.
Hey,
He
can I?
was greased up.
This is where we can say things about that match if we want to.
Absolutely. This is where we're talking about that match.
So look, no hate on the match, right? I like the wrestling. It was great, intense. Fucking both competitors do well. I
Jungle
like
Boy looked good in the losing effort.
right. So I mean, no hate on the match at all. I just want, and I know I'm beating this horse here, but Cody. So Cody during that match was aggressive and fomenting at the mouth. And whatever he had to do to get through a situation, I'm desperate against just a simple competitor for his title belt.
That was established a week ago.
It was established a week ago. Yet the two previous storylines that were built off intense emotion, he could not produce that for those two stories.
And you're talking MJF and Archer there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to point that out. Again, no hate. I like Cody.
Well,
No hate. I like the match.
Yeah, I think these could be the seeds that are planted for him to go heel, like the belt making him go fucking insane.
No.
He's obsessed with it.
I considered that. Yeah, I considered it.
Maybe
Sure. That
Could be.
Yeah.
that's all I had to
Okay,
add to
okay.
it.
Brian, that doesn't negate his point. You can do whatever the hell you want right now, and he's not knocking the aggression right now and the eventual turn it could be. He's saying when somebody was fucked you over out of the one title you can never challenge for again in your company, that's a storyline that should have been aggressive.
Right.
When somebody attacks your wife, that's a storyline that should have been more aggressive.
Right.
The belt's what pushes him over the edge?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Gold obsessed. Some people are.
What we got on the board?
Right.
On the board, I thought you were doing it too. Brian went into the daughter's bed. You don't want me on the board tonight. Just in case. You didn't pull yours
Okay.
up, did you?
Oh.
I have it up.
Okay, go ahead. Rob, Adam, and Brian, I know I've joked about y'all. Due to recent happenings in the U.S., I'm going to be more open to your opinions and show love.
Who's that?
Who's that?
That's H. Murillo95 on Twitch.
Oh, Berto.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Is that
Right?
Berto?
Isn't that
No.
Berto?
I don't think it is. Maybe it is.
Okay.
No, maybe it's not.
Love you too, man. All
I
right.
think it's Berto. Maybe it's not. Stike says Jungle Boy took that crossroads like a champ. Let's talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that one spot. I mean, I felt like that was the Rock kicking out of Austin Stunner, right? Just because of the way he oversold it, but it looked so good.
In that situation, it works. Cody was in his intense state, so you would
Yep.
think he would drop the massive hammer on him.
Like a super Rhodes.
Right. So he's like, hey, sell the fuck out this man. Come on.
Yeah.
So, it's good. Hey, I'm not saying maybe for us, the blading was obvious, but we watch wrestling like we breathe, right? So we criticize and pick shit apart and look at all the detail. From a novice fan, though, probably pretty good blade spot there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not bad. They just
man.
distract you with MJF for a minute.
You know,
and-
I got to say, though, I mean, in the climate that we're in right now,
yeah,
I still have my own personal feelings about spilling blood.
yeah.
During that. I don't know, man. That's just me. I'm a fucking germaphobe. Again, I would love to just go inside of like one of the, like a bubble boy type thing.
What if Cody said to you right now, just Brian?
Yeah.
Said to you right now, he said,
Hey, Cody. Hi, I'm Brian.
Hey.
Shake my hand gently.
hey, Brian.
Well done.
So I would like to sign you to a contract
Yes,
with
sir.
AEW
Okay.
full time.
Uh-huh.
$3 million.
A year, a week?
He's totally setting you up,
a freaking
Brian.
show.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in this week,
Uh-huh.
and we're
Wait,
both
we
gonna
practice?
We're both gonna take a blade on TV.
Okay. Is that all? You could take a shit on. How much are you paying?
Hmm?
You could throw up what?
30,000
$30,000.
for the match, and then
Yeah. Poop on me. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you have a price.
Well, yeah. If
For
there's
me
money
to
involved,
poop on.
I'm just
right?
saying.
If there's money involved, yeah. Yeah.
On the board, let's talk back real stuff.
What? That's
Jesus.
real.
Yeah, okay. Stike
real
says, I
talk,
think
bro.
Cody's first legit title feud is going to be with either Lance or MJF. I feel like it's probably going to end up at MJF at some point. I like the new side of Cody, much more serious, Bang Bus says. Yeah, but he should have been more serious at the very least when his wife was
That's
attacked.
very nitpicky. Okay.
It
Well,
is.
all right. For that, yes, I'll give it. I'll
At the
give you
very
that.
least, I mean,
I'll give you that. Maybe he thinks that Brandy can hold her own. I mean, she
I guess.
certainly can.
I guess.
Tough cookie.
Let's move on to the next one because we're gonna go back to the start of the show now. We start with the tag team title match. Kip and Jimmy Havoc and Penelope Ford on the
Penelope.
outside. Yeah, Penelope.
Hello, Pino.
Hangman Page and Omega, the champs. He had a very, very good match. When Penelope gets caught by Hangman Page, that was a fun spot. She gets dropped. It leads to her ejection, but Havoc can go crazy with the what do you call it? What was it? Screwdriver? Or no, he was a wrench, maybe. I don't know what he was hitting him with. It was a tool. I think it was a wrench.
You're a tool.
Yeah,
But
you're
anyway,
cool.
you thought maybe there was a screw job for half a second and Page and Omega might not win, but they won. I mean, very good match. I'm underselling it.
Yeah, it was a really good match. I was surprised that was the first one. I gotta say, I think that should have been.
First time we've seen
Well, we
them.
had 2 title matches tonight. Why not bookend them?
I guess
we haven't seen them in a while, have we?
No, not since.
Not as a team.
Right. Well, my point.
Well,
Yeah.
at the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean, we
as
saw
a
Omega.
tag team in the
Yeah,
ring
yeah,
with
yeah,
their
yeah,
belts.
yeah.
you know.
We've seen Omega throughout the COVID situation.
Right.
This is the first time we've seen Hangman and Omega together, and
Right.
really Hangman in between the ropes.
Yep.
JR talked about the ring rust there. I like what they did here. Havoc and Sabian, I don't feel that they should be more than an alliance. They shouldn't be a full tag team. But they had a good showing here. They got themselves some exposure. I think it was good booking.
No, they are a full-on team though. They have
They
an
don't have a
actual
name.
Yes,
What's
they
their
do.
name? Oh, they
Yeah,
do now?
I knew that's what you were gonna say. See
Oh,
how
okay.
that I had that ready?
Okay.
The Super Bad Death Squad.
Wait, say what?
Super Bad Death Squad.
Who is it? Who?
Wait, isn't there Triangle Death? What's Death Triangle?
Death Triangle.
No, there's.
Who the fuck are you talking about? The Super Bad Death Squad? Who is that?
What?
Who is that?
I'm speechless.
I almost said, yeah, Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian.
Okay,
and
well,
Penelope.
oh no, okay, I
Good
get that.
job,
That's
Brian.
cool.
You
Yeah.
found something for me to shit on here because I liked every
What
bit
are
of
we
this
to poop
except
on?
for the name.
Why don't you like that?
I don't like the name.
Why? What do you want? What should they be called? The Shield?
Wait, is that really the name? Like you're not even.
I don't think I'm fucking.
You're
I
not
mean,
even-
I know I'm.
What
see.
is
I'm gonna
the
fact
board?
check that. I'm gonna yell at Greg. Greg, fact check that, please.
Yeah, right. Jay is
uh,
calling you out, Brian.
really?
Everybody has a price.
Good.
Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, and also,
Money,
by
money,
the way,
money,
if
money.
you realize my screen is frozen, so no, we're not frozen.
You're not frozen.
I'm not frozen anymore.
Come on,
You've been-
keep
you've
your
been doing good.
composure.
Yeah.
Keep
Sorry.
the composure. Yeah.
Super Bad Death Squad. Yep. I like that.
Okay.
SBS.
We are dragging some long points tonight.
Yeah, let's go to the
it's
next
fine,
one.
man.
I'm not complaining.
What-
Adam's the
what
only
are
one
we,
to
public
complain.
access? No one
No,
fucking
no,
comes on or after
we
us.
can
Yeah.
stay. We can stay on this one
We
if you
can
got
talk-
some more
no.
stuff to say.
You know, sometimes we just want to talk, Adam.
Okay.
You know,
We're talking.
we're just talking.
Yeah.
We're not like in the third move in the match.
I
was
forgot
this.
we were
Yeah.
on BST.
Okay.
We're an hour and 20
Oh,
minutes.
Here we go.
Okay. So what's the next one? What's next? What are we talking
Anything
about?
on the Facebook board, Brian, before we move on? Nada.
No.
Nothing he wants
They're
to
all
share.
crazy.
Oh, Golda says he's hanging with his wang out.
Well, that's the end of the show, boys and girls. We're done.
Yeah.
Wow, that I'll have to edit that in post.
Why?
Next up, we have a weird promo out in a car. We see the recap of Tully's promo, which was fire, and then he goes out to the car and gives Spears a glove. Any idea what the fuck that was about, guys?
Ryback.
So Ryback is the key.
It was Ryback's
We've
workout
ended
glove.
the search for a tag team partner, and Ryback is our answer.
No, all right. I mean, it looked like. What do you think? Sting?
I'm asking you what you think.
No, it was like workout gloves. So.
I think it's funny that you guys are automatically assuming it's a person.
I don't think it's a person at all. I'm trying to suggest, what does this do? Is he telling him he's now a striker? Is he changing his style?
No. Power glove.
I mean, that's all I got when I was reading into it, is something like that.
Right. So I don't know. Let's look at Tully. Let's dissect Tully's.
Yes.
Past. Did he ever do anything with a glove?
What blood type is he? Oh.
So I don't know. It looked like a Barry Windham glove to me. Maybe Barry Windham's
coal miner's glove.
Yeah.
Right.
I really don't like.
Could you
Brian
imagine
tonight.
Could you imagine if Barry fucking Windham shows up?
Where's he been?
I don't even know.
I think he does appearance.
Does he really? Still?
I don't know.
I think he watches Bray's kids.
Dude,
Raised on the road.
I don't care if he.
No,
I don't
that's
care
the
if he
wrong
comes
family.
out all diabetes.
He's the Godfather.
Right.
He's named after him.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't care if he comes
Wyndham
out all.
Rotunda.
Okay. I don't think. God.
Oh, I'm not allowed to talk. I forgot.
No, yeah, you are. I did. Oh
No,
my
we're,
God.
No, we're talking.
We were
I was
having
just-
a
I was
fun
just saying-
conversation.
I was trying to get involved with it, but you do 20 sentences at once. So I'm over it. I was
no.
I was just gonna say, if Barry Windham showed up, I don't care if he's old and got diabetes and heavy. I'd mark the fuck out. That's all I'm saying. No?
I would. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Thanks for agreeing with me. Go ahead, Adam. Continue with what you want to talk about, sir.
I just wanted to talk about the glove for a second.
All right, power glove.
So next up, we got Brian Cage versus. I didn't even write the guy's name down. I just wrote Squash. I don't know if you caught the name, Brian.
That's rude.
That's rude.
It is rude, but I didn't catch his name.
He's a 1-day contract.
It wasn't. It was. I
No.
looked away. I wasn't paying attention.
The 1-show contract.
All right. And then at the end, Mox comes out and pretty much told Taz and Cage, "Take your name out my mouth," kind of thing. I liked the promo. I thought Mox did a good job of furthering this. I thought he stood tall. Were you guys upset though that there was no contact?
No, I thought the promo did enough for itself.
Me too. Initially I was concerned about Moxley's reaction. Like I thought he was kind of make it go like silly because when he entered the ring, he was like smiling and stuff, and
Yeah.
Taz was super serious. But then he didn't go. He wasn't joking.
I
Like,
think
this was a really
that
good
was
angle.
just the way he was like ha ha ha, laughing him off
Right,
as
like
he
brushing
came in.
it off, yeah.
So what sold me on their feud, period, like
Mhm.
I've been like, oh, cool, whatever, yeah, was in the promo tonight when they were standing in the ring. I had pictured this as being some kind of, here's a little bitty John Moxley, and there's going to be this fucking Brock Lesnar size fucking Goliath, right?
Yeah.
Brian Cage.
Right. I know his name. I'm making an
Oh, well, you were snapping to me. I thought you were
thinking
for the name.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
But no, seeing Moxley stand with him, Moxley was eye to eye. Moxley was not small to him, and that gives me more interest. Like, okay, then this could be fun. That makes sense. I know I completely Medine that.
You did a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bang Bus says the black glove that has been part of wrestling history for decades. Ted DiBiase, Blackjack Mulligan, Barry Windham have all worn this glove.
What about Rob's point?
So what he's saying is that they're just passing on the tradition of the glove.
Yeah.
How come I don't remember anyone wearing? I mean, I remember. I don't remember the significance.
I
of
don't remember
that.
DiBiase wearing a glove.
Right? Did he? Virgil did.
I remember Montez Ford wearing a glove,
I have that.
and Seth
Yeah, where
Rollins
is it?
wears a glove.
Where is it? Actually, no, don't get it. It's not sanitized.
Probably next to you.
Juan Rodriguez is on the Facebook board.
Hey,
What's up, Juan?
Hi, Juan.
¿Qué pasa, Brian?
Love Juan.
We love Juan.
So it's weird. Our YouTube people are migrating over there.
Yeah, right?
We're everywhere. I really like this. I like where it's going at Fyter Fest. I'm confused about the dates. When I tried to look it up, I swear it said July 1st and July 8th. Is Fyter Fest a
Two-part show.
Yeah.
What did you say? Where were the dates? But they weren't
July
next to each
1st and 8th, right.
That's
it's,
weird.
It's a week apart. I don't know
weird.
if it's because they're taping it and then releasing it that way. It was supposed
Somebody
to be
on
in
the
the United
board.
Here,
Kingdom.
now I'm
originally.
looking it up.
Somebody on the board, fact check it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
fuck
Brian's
the
gonna do it.
board.
Brian's
No, I'm
gonna do
kidding.
it.
I love the board.
What's the next topic?
Yeah. What
Next topic is the murder hawk
The murder log.
What were they doing?
beating the crap out of someone out in like
Junkyard.
a construction
Yeah.
parking lot or something.
What
I
was
don't
he even
know.
doing out there?
I don't. Right. Why
I
are
don't
they out
know.
there? And he was just beating the shit out of someone.
Yeah, just.
I love
beating
that. I mean, that's his
and
thing.
Jake
I love it.
was worried, but Jake was concerned.
And where was
Before
Jake?
was like,
Jake was there.
Where
Jake was there.
I'm saying, where was Jake when he was beating that poor man? Like,
He
He
was
was just
watching.
standing there like concerned.
well, that's kind of perverted.
Probably no. He was taking pictures.
He
and
was
probably
talking
snapping
to what's
Insta.
his name? Oh, God.
Damien?
Marvez. Damien.
Marv
Oh,
Albert.
No, Marvez is the one that was interviewing Jake the whole time that
Yes.
Murder Hawk is beating the crap out of him in the background.
Yeah.
You must have been eating dinner during.
No, I saw the segment.
You didn't see Marv Albert there?
I saw Marv.
And it counts.
This is just to keep Murder Hawk relevant.
Yeah, but
He's not very relevant though.
why? Yes, he is.
I mean, really, isn't his entire stigma kind of gone?
I agree.
No.
I mean,
I said this
because
on
he
the
lost
double.
one match.
But they hyped it. They hyped him so powerful before he had anybody else to destroy.
Brian Cage is going to suffer the same fate. I feel
No.
Yeah.
if he doesn't win.
That's what I'm saying. If Archer would have came in and like I don't know. I'm sorry.
Brody Lee was not booked as a monster, but Brody Lee was beaten like a monster. That worked. That
Right.
played.
Yeah.
You know, the same wasn't said about Cody and Archer.
No.
So I mean I know it's petty town, but it's a bigger petty town than normal. Like this is a legit concern. This guy came in hot as fuck, pushed to the moon, and you went and had him lose clean. There was no trickery, shenanigans. He didn't take the belt off when the ref wasn't losing. You know, like that would have been okay maybe and further Cody's intensity for the belt if Cody had hit him with something when the ref wasn't looking. This guy hurt his wife. That could have been a good angle, and you protect him.
Yeah.
You didn't protect shit.
And you don't blame Cody for going a little heelish because he's been through hell, right?
Right. It's acceptable for the face to
Right.
be heelish when he's gone through hell.
All right. So
They missed that opportunity huge.
Fighter Fest is going to be over 2 weeks. It's going to be on Dynamite.
Right.
Dynamite
well,
2
I
weeks
did
in a
hear
row.
it was free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 weeks in a
it's
row.
not free on pay-per-view. It's free on Dynamite.
It's free on Dynamite. July 1st and July 8th.
I feel like, and I know we compare a lot, but I feel like TakeOver, the Tampa show,
Yeah.
that they spread out that card
Yeah.
on regular NXT programming,
It was really
got
awkward.
watered down as hell and was easily the worst, even if you count it or not,
Well,
TakeOver of all time.
yeah, but you have to consider the fact that NXT, where I love the competitors, I love the talent, I love the in-ring product, I do. NXT without a crowd is very, very lacking.
They have a crowd now. They have a crowd.
They had the video
They
game,
have a bunch of fucking marks.
Yeah.
Wearing T-shirts.
cheering on the heel.
Oh no, wait.
cheering,
NXT.
cheering the faces,
Booing
booing
the
the
heel.
heels.
No in between. Why can't you?
Yeah.
And that's not even real life. Like how many times, the adult, the parent at
Yeah.
the wrestling show cheers the heel. The kid cheers the face.
Yeah.
It's just what happens. And getting each other's grill and having,
And
you're cheering for Cena, whatever.
I guess what it is you see something done better, and then somebody goes to do it, and you're like, oh, good for you. But then they do it worse.
Yeah, it's just a shittier version.
Yeah.
And usually WWE is on the other side of it, but
And
Like
not
they
in this
didn't
instance.
copy competitively. They copied watered down.
well,
Yeah.
it stays in their motif of everything being so rigid and,
Right,
and
yeah. Oh, yeah.
dominated.
and the plexiglass now, like I appreciate it.
5
I,
scoops of Kool-Aid versus 2.
yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate the plexiglass that they put up, but that also has a weird element to it. Not in here. I mean at the fucking PC.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that spot though. Like I don't know if you remember when Keith Lee knocked Cole out into the crowd.
Yeah.
I want to see him do that into the hockey things.
Right, like a hockey hit. That'd be
Oh
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Huge one.
You just wear the equipment.
Yeah.
Go full. What's his name?
What were we talking about?
Norman Smiley
We
used
were
to wear
talking about how Murder Hawk's been used poorly.
Toronto Maple
Let's
Leafs.
see what the
gear.
board says.
Yeah.
It's 2 parts. Jay says they're talking about Fighter Fest. Lance, the wrestler Lance beat was Fuego del Sol. So he must be. Is he
Hot
new
fire.
to All Elite?
Your assist was Fuego.
Hot
Fuego.
fire. That's what that means.
Yeah, we'll talk about Brody Lee and Colt later. We're not there
Ooh.
yet. Brian Cage is silly. Brian Cage can do much more in the ring than Brock. So don't compare him. That's Evan getting mad at you.
No.
He's talking about his size and the stature.
Calm down, Evan. You know you're my little biatch. No, I'm not comparing Brock to Brian Cage. No, God, no. I'm just saying that he is being portrayed as the unstoppable beast.
Well, and Taz is almost kind of like a Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Little pudgy.
Yeah, it's very comparable.
Awesome promo.
Yeah.
Now-
And look, don't give Brock, when he does matches, these little shit matches,
Yeah.
they're predictable. But I remind you, friends, that Brock Lesnar can wrestle in the ring.
Oh yeah.
He can wrestle in the squared circle. And regardless of what you think about Brock Lesnar, and you might not like him, but he's a hell of a sell too.
He just can't last longer than Butcher. That's why it's like 5 minutes.
So
what?
what we see obviously is a watered down, I'm getting paid $1 million to fucking do 14 suplexes and be done. Cool version of Brock Lesnar. But don't hate on Brock Lesnar. He can
Here
go.
comes the pain Lesnar back in the beginning. He was legit.
Yeah.
He can go. He just chooses not to. Nor I guess
Would I?
over there does he need to? Right? Who
Yeah.
would? If
Yeah.
you're getting paid that and they're not fucking
Yeah.
making you do that shit or asking you to.
So
Fuck no.
just saying. Sorry to get off track.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bang Bus brings us back on track. He's talking about later in the night when Darby was talking with Siobhan, and he said, do you remember before Brian Cage showed up, Taz was doing those interviews with Darby backstage? Now Taz is aligned with Brian Cage, and Brian Cage destroyed Darby in the ladder match. It feels too early to say this, but it feels like Cage is losing, and they're setting up the Darby feud for after he loses to Mox.
Are we doing predictions?
No. I'm saying if he doesn't win, they're already seemingly going to Darby.
I mean, look, everything you said makes sense, and the rule of thumb for any professional wrestling show, especially one on TV, is a long story arc. And if
Could they use Darby to protect Cage?
like he's gonna fuck Cage over so he doesn't lose to Mox.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you know what? Yes, but
That's what I feel like they're foreshadowing
That's
here.
interesting.
but it is interesting. But AEW swerved us in the sense that every time we're looking for a swerve or for a dirty angle, usually just a fucking clean finish.
But now we're a year and a half in.
Yeah, I get that. I made that point the other night. Maybe they have to start diversing their storylines and adding some of these elements in.
yeah.
Or it's our Stockholm syndrome.
But they have enough talent that I think that maybe they could keep it going for a while.
Well, no. The thing that struck me was that you said that you suggested Darby aligning himself with Taz and
No.
Cage.
I the exact opposite, because Darby got hurt. I'm not suggesting that. I was suggesting that they eluded the fact that this is not over Darby, Cage,
Yeah.
Taz. So either that's a built-in feud for after Cage loses, or like Rob was just talking about, we finally have a screw job, and it's Darby that costs him that, because Darby, unlike Cody, has been passionate about every damn thing he's done. His feud with Pac, everything, like he throws himself entirely into it, literally.
I feel like more like a Taz tries to get involved, and then he comes and attacks Taz, and then so his foil,
Taz isn't going to take a bunch of bumps, is he?
I mean,
No, but
he takes some
he can-
punches,
yeah, he can.
right? And then
probably.
in a distraction kind of moment or something, fucking Moxley gets over, and you're not going to hurt Brian Cage if he loses to John Moxley right away. I don't think it's not going to be an Archer situation.
No.
So I think there's a lot of ways you could be safe here.
Cage is beating the same type of opponents that Archer is. He's being set up for the big match as his first feud. He's being billed as a monster. You don't think it's the same? I think it's. I mean, the details are different, but at its core, you have a guy fighting for a big belt 2 months after he's debuting. He's squashing everybody else who we've not even heard of. I can't get the names or write it down without looking it up. And then they turn around and lose.
What if they think that we're going to think that so that they do it differently? And then they think we're going to do it differently because they think that, and then they go back to the original way.
Well, they are who we thought they think they were.
They were.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Who was that? Dennis Green. They are who we thought they were.
I don't know what that was.
Yes,
No.
you do. I'll show you the video.
No,
That's
what
your-
you just
that's your
said.
Jets
Oh, yeah,
coach.
well, I fucked
that
it
was
up.
your Jets coach.
Hey, can you change my background?
No.
Nope.
Can you
Hello
put
Kitty.
me back? Take me out of my bedroom.
I think my
Put it-
chat board is locked.
Put me
I
back
haven't
on the
gotten a
moon.
new
I want to be
message.
back on the moon. I like
I
the
think
moon. Is
shit's fucked again. Anyway, moving on.
that possible?
Shut up, Brian. Le Champion taking on Colt Cabana. Took another good showing. I mean, AEW is doing good wrestling.
Yeah.
Even so, it kind of doesn't matter sometimes who loses. The Archer thing, if you're booked like a monster, you have to. But Colt, he's the underdog. Here he is, another chance to shine.
Yeah.
He's in a good position with Le Champion Jericho, even though he doesn't have the belt. After the match, We got some shenanigans, and then later on we get some with Colt. Let's quickly start with Colt before we go back to Jericho. Do you think, Brian, there's any chance that Colt, the long game here, is not a feud of him and Brody, but him joining Dark Order?
I mean, that's certainly what they're teasing. You know, they passed out the flyer, when was it, last week? Or
Right.
no, at the pay-per-view, whenever that was, and he took the water bottle from the guy. You know, that was also a subtle thing. Some people would think that you would just fucking toss it. I certainly wouldn't take a water bottle from a stranger.
Mhm.
I know better. My mom told me, one time this lady offered me a turkey sandwich on the train when I was like 5, and I wanted it, but my mom said no, and I didn't get the turkey sandwich. So I understand where he's coming from with the bottle of water, but
So
what?
Nothing.
That was just a little side.
What were we talking about again? What match were we
Bottled
on?
water
I was, yeah,
and
no, we were
Ryan's
just,
mom.
yeah, that was, yeah, and one of my moms. That was when, I'm
just letting him
we were
go.
talking about, yeah, we were
just
talking
was
about,
letting him go.
we were talking about if Colt was going to join the Dark Order.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So
Maybe.
Every one of his points has been that way tonight.
No. Look, I think it's interesting casting here for this segment. I mean, is Colt Cabana really the guy you want to do a recruiting angle with? And I say that because Colt is so infamous with being a comedy wrestler, and he's just kind of a funny guy, you know, naturally.
See where the payoff goes.
I don't know, but it feels like it's a much more serious angle than he could work.
Dark Order's promos are very, I mean, they're supposed to be serious, but we laugh at them. So
We laugh at him because he's fucking with Vince McMahon.
So Colt could be that comedian that fits in there. You know, like Val Venus, we didn't see with Right to Censor, but it worked.
So then, so they're going to make it into a comedy sketch rather than just a parody that it was.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I think
Did they
Dark
bring in
Order's
Colt Cabana?
whole thing is recruiting. Their
Okay.
whole shtick.
I like Colt Cabana, and I like the Dark Order thing, and
Yeah.
It keeps them relevant.
I like
both
I like-
parties.
I just think maybe there could have been somebody else that would have fit that better.
Sure. I'll tell you what this reminds me of, okay?
Yeah.
All right? And your brain is going to explode.
Probably.
Okay?
Yeah.
Reminds me of Right to Censor, right? They took some guys that had like different personalities. and
Just
kinda,
fucking said that.
When? Not tonight.
Like literally seconds ago.
Check the tape.
Really?
Check the tape. I just said, just like Val Venus, we didn't see him as Right to Censor
You
conversion.
said Val Venus. So you didn't say Right to Censor.
I said both Val Venus
What's the
and
What's the
Right
next
to-
topic?
Sorry, I was
Oh.
catching up on the board.
Can we mute him?
Yelling at Greg. No.
He's on the moon, bro.
That's
I'm on the moon,
that's
bro.
my
Yeah,
next-
that's why
that's
my
my next
that's one of my
topic.
pictures.
All right, so we're not done with this topic. We got to go backtrack real quick. After the match, Jericho's calling out Tyson, and he says, not really Tyson's name. He says, I want to get to the baddest man on the planet. So guess who answers that call, Brian?
Who answered it?
Fred. That was his Tyson
That's my
impersonation.
Tyson.
It sounded like Michael Scott's Mike Tyson. This is Mike Tyson. Orange Cassidy, baddest man on the planet. I love this whole bit. I believe that we might be leading to an eventual Orange Cassidy and Sammy Guevara like solo feud way down the road. But what's going to get settled for next week is we got Best Friends and Orange Cassidy taking on Proud and Powerful and Sammy next week. So Sammy will get rid of his little crutch thing that he's been carrying. Finally see his return there. But we've got a nice six-man match. And unlike, and I have to say this always, unlike WWE six-man matches, these have points. It feels like a lot of times that AEW has a point to their to their alignment. OC's been with the Best Friends.
Yeah.
Okay. And 3 members of Inner Circle have been together almost since the inception of Dynamite. So they're not just taking, hey, Rob, we're going to have you with the Lucha Dragons tonight. Brian, you're going to be associated with the Vaudevillains. It's not like that, where there's no reason to be associated. Here they have 3 people that are affiliated, and they have a lot of these versions, so that when you get a 6-man tag match, you're not as pissed.
That was a lot of information he just threw at me. I don't know how to process it.
I'm just excited you brought up the Vaudevillains.
That was cool, wasn't
yeah, that was really cool.
it? I was like, wow, Vaudevillains. Great.
You guys are horrible.
What?
You
made
missed the entire point.
You made a great point, and I have nothing to add to it. It was a great point.
We agree with you.
I mean, do I need to go, yes, Adam, and then recount all your points? I mean, that's not, nobody wants to hear me repeat your greatness.
Okay, well, thank you. Let's.
I'm not kissing your butt.
Can we get Greg to timestamp that?
Yes,
for him
what
to
time
say
is it?
repeat my greatness.
What time is it?
Yeah.
So we have it on tape.
10:57. Yeah.
All right. Next up was Some comedy act here, boys. Either one of you can react here. The Britt Baker
Thank you.
vignette. The rolling rehab, as I wrote down here. What do you guys think of that little segment?
Robert.
Would you like me to start? We were pissing Adam off tonight.
Oh, you're not making me mad.
No, look,
Brian's making me mad.
I am.
You're
Man.
fine.
Britt Baker's she's such a push and pull tug of my heart. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many things about her that I want to absolutely hate, and there's so many things that I can't look away from because it's a dumpster fire. And there's other times I'm like, I fucking love her, and it's really weird because like her on the cart, the what was
Right.
it? Role
model.
yeah.
Spelled with,
But it was something special for the cart, wasn't it? It was roll something.
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce, right?
But it
Oh,
was spelled
right.
ROLE, so she keeps playing with
the role model, right?
The roll and the roll.
Yeah, so this whole thing, her
Toe
being
is a toe.
a bitchy little mean girl that works that's a dentist, I think is great.
Well, what do you
I
think
still don't
about
like her in the ring.
What do you think
Oh,
about
come on.
the shit that happened at the end of the Big Swole Nyla Rose match? I mean, I think we all kind of figured Nyla was going to win. But
Well,
after the
I
match,
didn't. That's not accurate.
What?
Oh.
You thought Swole was going to win?
I thought there was an absolute chance of it.
oh, I
I
thought
thought-
Swole was out here to make herself
Robert,
look
are you
good.
okay?
I was watching that match thinking that this would be a great opportunity
Uh-huh.
to push her.
Not yet.
I mean,
This is just getting her relevant and getting her some name ID. It's the mistake that they made in the beginning with the AEW Women's Division.
but you're beating.
They were pushing people without there being reason. Nyla's first attempts at the championship, nobody knew who she was.
Well, they're trying to establish
No,
everybody, so it's tough.
I get
Right.
that, but what
And
I'm
that's why everybody has to have the
I'm saying
role.
Nyla's established, right? And she's just got done with the title. I mean, she's out of that picture now, right?
Yeah.
You say
Somewhat.
somewhat.
They
So-
still have the rankings, so
Okay, but you could still give, even by like a little roll up or something. You could give
No.
Swole the win, get her some momentum.
That's what they did tonight. In a loss, they got her some momentum, Rob, because Nyla Rose is still in contention that way, like Brian alluded to with the rankings. But Big Swole was instantly, and I mean instantly after the loss, inserted into a potential feud with somebody who's only out for a few weeks that they could get into a lot of heat with and experiment with.
Yeah.
And then Britt and Swole could have a legit feud
Yeah.
that, would elevate them, one of them in the rankings,
Okay.
and feature them both.
So I buy that. I like that too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
You protect Nyla.
Yeah,
You don't have Swole pull a 1-2-3 kid out of nowhere yet.
okay. I mean, that's fine.
So, anything else to talk about on that, Brian? Board?
No,
Either board?
You don't have your board on?
Oh,
Let's
stuck,
see.
Brian.
he does.
Brody
but he's-
trying to turn Colt dark,
I love it.
and Colt not taking it serious would make for fun segments. Yes.
Also,
They would.
Colt, Bangbusters reminding us, Colt was heel back in Ring of Honor, so he can work as a heel.
Right, and I don't know if you guys you don't watch that much Impact, right?
I've never.
So Joey Ryan was recently doing, I don't know if he still is, because I honestly don't really. He was doing something where it was similar to that, where he wasn't like the sleazeball. He was wearing khaki shorts and a sweater vest and coming out like all proper and stuff. So I could totally see Colt doing something similar to that, where he goes totally against the grain, against like what his personality
Like
is.
right to censor.
Right to censor.
Great
Exactly.
point.
Right to censor.
All
That's why I brought it up.
Next up, this is going to be a fun topic, and I know that you guys will engage here. FTR interview with Shivone. They said they did drop when he asked them what FTR means. They said fear the revolution, follow the rules. It means whatever we want on any given day.
Okay.
They ran down the whole division, and then they said now that we're here, this is the best division in all of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
I like that. Nice gloating. And then Javone has to bring up, well, you didn't talk about the Bucks and champs. And they're like, well, the champs aren't even a real team. I want to focus on that for a second. They're Frankenstein. No team name. No death super punch. Whatever you're talking about
Yeah.
over there.
Bad Death Squad.
What did you think about this promo? Of course, it ends with Butcher and Blade coming out.
I think it. Well, that part echoes everything that we always say. So I'm glad they listened. Thanks for listening, FTR. I appreciate that. But yeah, so we say they're
Yeah,
not.
the Marks wrote their promo.
They're not a tag team, right? They're not a tag team. The champs.
They said everything we would want them to say.
Yeah.
Every stitch of it.
But they're part of a faction. The Elite. Okay.
FTR's not.
Well, no, but I'm saying Kenny and Hangman.
If
so
the
they're-
entire point was just to have them feud down the road, if that's the entire point of it, then I could see why they'd have to have the belts. Because why would they just stay together as a regular tag team unless they were invested in
Right.
something?
Well, I mean,
Right.
they were already. Remember before all the COVID shit?
Oh, they were elite. Yeah.
Well, there were. I mean, right around the time of what was it?
Brooklyn?
Blood. No, fucking Blood and Guts.
Mhm.
Right? Remember that? Like there was all that friction. Like we thought they were going to pop off, and we thought they were going to separate.
Yeah.
then, but
There's
now
still
it
all
seems,
this friction, but it
Not
seems
really.
like Kenny's going to Paige's side.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like they're kind of more in tune. Where
Heard he's drinking whole milk now. I mean, that's
Whoa.
have you guys tried oat milk?
getting heavy.
Have you had oat milk?
I haven't had oat. I said I do
People
almond.
ask.
Almond's good.
Almond's good. I
Yeah.
like coconut milk.
So, Brian,
Yeah.
we got another match that got made here for
Do we
next
now?
week. Butcher and Blade.
And the bunny.
Blade looks like he's been working out during COVID. No, Bunny's off with QT.
Butcher's been drinking
But
so much.
Butcher-
no, he's not.
Butcher does not look like he's
no,
been hitting
Butcher's
the gym.
been growing out his cul-de-sac, as he calls it. And he also shaved in. That's what it's called, the cul-de-sac. When you just grow out the surrounding bald part. So it's just the bald that goes into it.
It's all the drugs.
No, he's fucking straight edge. First of all, fucking straight edge. He recorded a new album. All right, he was doing that shit.
Yeah.
The Blade was fucking working out. The Bunny was working. All right, they both look
Yeah,
great.
The Blade was with Cody earlier tonight.
Blade was. Oh,
I
got
he
it.
just laughed like Peter Griffin.
Hey, look. So so the segment.
Damn it, I lost.
oh no.
Oh my god. So the segment.
Yeah.
The Bucks, FTR. I don't know how I feel like. I feel like part of me is going, oh, this is exactly what I want, a real tag team to go in there and whoop their ass. You know how I feel about the Bucks, right? I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
We're different. We're different eras, bro.
Yeah, there's not going to be any flips or spots, as Bangba says in the Bucks and Butcher Blade next week.
The Bucks. No.
No super kick party.
You're gonna see wrestling moves.
Right.
Right.
It is weird though.
And you
that-
won't. They won't shoot fake money
As
all over
many
the
as
fucking-
Butcher can do before he needs to
Oh
tag out.
shush. Hey, but the fact that they're going to be jobbing to FTR kind of bums me out.
Give me my flask.
No, Butcher and Blade, to be honest, I feel like a year from now we might see one or both of them doing some real stuff. They are getting established here, Brian. They've been featured spots. They've lost. Yeah, they're
Lost a
probably
lot of
going to do the
matches.
job next week. But they're in a good spot for a reward down the road.
I can work with that.
Yeah.
Work with.
I mean, you can't push everybody at once.
No, I don't.
They're paying their dues.
Yeah.
And they're going to get that push later.
No, I would much prefer them run through tag teams. Earn their way to that top spot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Gain that momentum.
I'm saying, and not even like, oh, maybe if they beat 2 tag teams in a program, then we put them up. Like, I want to see them go through the entire fucking division.
I'm wondering when they're going to do that. Just not necessarily the tag division, but when they're going to have somebody. They kind of tried to do it with Angle and they bailed on it, but go through the rankings.
This would
Like
be.
I beat number 10,
Right.
I
They
beat
might
number
have a
9,
sign.
I beat number
So,
8,
I
beat
think-
number.
You just stole my whole point I was going to do.
Oh, and then 7, and then 6.
No, well, yeah. So it's a perfect story though. If you want to start using the top 10 rankings, it's a perfect storyline. Them coming in here, and they're about dominance. That's what their thing is, right? So they play that every week. How they're just
Yeah,
climbing that fucking.
You didn't watch back then, but like TNA did this with Kurt Angle after he lost. He said, "I'm going to prove that I can be back in the title picture." He beat number 10. He beat number 9. He
Oh,
beat number
bro.
8. And then they jumped him right to the title.
I-
He didn't even go through the top
I
seven.
understand that you grew up where you grew up and you had only WWF, but the
No, we're talking TNA.
I know. I'm just saying WCW. I was getting to my point. See, I
Oh,
get there.
Oh.
WCW did that shit long time ago. NWA did that shit long time ago. They did it well too. It was really well done. Saying Impact.
Good job. On the board, just real quick, I want to see FTR versus Lucha Brothers.
Yeah.
That's from Stike. What do you guys think out of all the names that were teased there? What, Brian, you kind of marked out and had
Excuse
a
me,
little
for what?
orgasm over there each time they named one of these matchups. Who's the one you would most look forward to with FTR?
Fucking the Lucha Brothers. I can't
Oh,
wait
yeah.
to have them back. Do that. I mean,
How far-
those two teams. Well,
So what was it? The prognosis
Prognosis?
prognosis on
No.
Phoenix. I mean,
Phoenix is fine,
he is good.
but Pentagon is still not in the country.
yeah, I think it's travel issues
Yeah,
still.
Pentagon's still stuck out of the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying somebody was hurt.
No, well, Phoenix
He
did
was
get
banged
hurt.
up.
But,
Okay.
but it was like a 2-3 week.
Not
bang
an
up.
injury
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
He got hurt, but
Yeah.
apparently they could walk it off.
Bang Bus says, I think SCU versus FTR would be
Ooh,
great.
That's another.
It
yeah,
would be, but they're
Yeah.
very, very similar teams. I almost want to keep them separate.
No,
I'd rather see FTR take a team like all flippy, like Private
Ooh.
Party, and
Yeah.
just ground them.
What about-
ground them?
What
I'm
about
okay with Scorpio Sky. I'm just the other guy.
what about eventually when Jeff Hardy's going to leave? probably go to having the Hardys versus FTR
In a
but
drunken battle royal.
in AEW.
I guarantee you they win the title like
That'd be
almost
weird.
immediately when
Who?
they come in.
Hardys?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like maybe the debut match.
Brother Nero, I knew you'd come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. What?
that is the only thing we kind of missed. Bringing up Matt Hardy is he had a segment with Private Party, who is not as injured as it was appeared last week. That's good.
Yeah, he's
because I
okay.
really thought that spot, the way he exited and the way everybody kind of froze, I felt that was beyond kayfabe. I thought that was a real injury, so I'm glad to see he's okay.
Shout out to AEW and to Tony Schiavone for saying the "fuck the revival" bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
good.
They're
I
all
enjoyed-
bleeped out.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
even a bleep out, it was still good.
Yeah.
Tony was all over the show.
We're gonna get our awards
See how
in a
big he is
second.
now?
We're going to get to our marked out moment in our Petty Town in just a second. But before we do, I want a quick recap of NXT. So it starts off tonight with Candice and Mia. It ends in a double countout. They need to be separated by Shotzi, Tegan, Dakota, Raquel. And it's restarted because Keith and Johnny were involved in the whole 9 yards.
We
So
watched
it's
a little bit of
restarted.
this.
Yeah, it's restarted as a mixed tag match.
What we watched was really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and watch that.
But then they restarted it. After that, we get Tony Nese losing to Swerve. Breezango wins a triple threat against Birch and Lorcan, who I thought got called up. And undisputed, it was Roddy and Fish. I don't know who the other guy is. Or Kyle is.
Probably hurt again.
Okay.
Oh, I think he is hurt.
But Fish is the one that was hurt.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aaliyah loses to Santana Garrett. Grimes beats Bronson Reed again.
Has Aaliyah won ever?
Never.
Not once.
Now, here's the only important thing, Rob,
Yeah.
since Brian left. El Hijo, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Del Fantasma is your new interim Cruiserweight champion, ending the Cinderella story for Drake Maverick. Drake had his crying moment in the ring,
Mhm.
and as he gets ready to walk up the ramp, here comes Hunter with a clipboard and gives him a contract.
Aw.
So this has been a work all along.
Obviously. Has it?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for the sake of argument, could it have been like transport?
We fired 20 guys and we feel bad about one, so we brought him back.
Based on, certain events. I don't know. Maybe they thought he's more profitable with them, so they changed their mind.
Board, weigh in for me, please. Here,
I'm not saying that I think that's the case. I'm just offering that as an alternative thought. So
okay.
don't hate me for having an opinion.
Maybe they fired someone else and crunched the numbers. And
Whatever, Becky.
So awards. We got marked out moment and we got Petty Town. Rob, I'll let you go first.
My marked out moment. Man, this is a tough one. A lot of good moments tonight.
Yeah.
There really was.
what was your favorite?
I want to say the fuck the revival when Schiavone said that. I think I marked out low for that.
Schiavone.
Yes, Schiavone. So that's my marked out. And you want to do Petty now too?
No.
Okay.
Brian, you're marked out.
Marked out. How about when Sammy was singing Chris Jericho's entrance music? He doesn't do it. He doesn't do it all.
You marked out for
Dude,
that.
I considered that. Yeah.
I mean, see, exactly.
Yeah.
Give me a.
Oh.
Are we doing that?
Kyle O'Reilly's not appearing because
Is he
he's
gonna be really
diabetic
loud?
and has health issues.
Oh, that
That's
makes
according
sense.
to Stykes.
Oh,
that's why
really?
he's
So
not
they don't
doing
expect him to show up to work, even if he's high risk. That's nice.
it. Brian's angry.
No, that is nice. I wish other companies.
My marked out moment
out.
is to all the wrestlers. KO was a big one that I saw out there, but
To
all the wrestlers
I loved before.
and everybody who put Jackson Riker in his place. I hope that Jackson Riker was trying to do something stupid in kayfabe and doesn't actually believe his words.
That's
But you're an idiot. Between the climate, what you said, the time, I mean everything, and if that's truly how you feel,
yeah.
I hope to never see you on TV again.
He is a
I hope
brother.
you are forgotten.
He's a brother in arms, as we are both Marines. And I met him once and got along great with him. Really nice guy. You've everything good about you has been washed now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, any equity you had is
I
gone.
have nothing for you.
What about the team, though?
They got 3 of them. Stick with
Two
the
of
other
them.
2.
What do you mean? Oh.
saying,
Yeah.
addition by subtraction, like me and Rob tonight without you.
Excuse me?
Next up, we got Petty Town. Let's go to the marked outs on the board.
Yeah.
The intro for AEW, that's from Bangbus. Marked out AEW Crossroads Jungle Boy took, that's from Stike. Big Swole versus Nia match between that and the Brit segment, which I loved. The women's division's starting to look good. That's from Evan.
I could not agree more with you, Evan. You've been learning from me. Good job.
I've been saying for 4 fucking years on the other 2 shows, SmackDown and Raw, why don't you have rivalries away from the belt? AEW's starting to do that, and that's how you make a fucking division.
Vince doesn't think they're worth.
Yeah, you don't just have a contender that's like, hey, next up, you won the rock, paper, scissors in the back.
You want to have a feud with a storyline and no belt? Natty, go out there and do something. Go ahead, Natty. It's all you, babe. Go ahead.
Vince's wife works Trump. Riker is going to get a big push now. That's from
Oh,
Mangos.
that's true.
There was some speculation there. With the public outcry, I would love to see Vince make that mistake. I would love to see Vince
Trump
make
Trump
that.
Jr. re-fucking tweeted him and re-commented and retweeted.
Anyway, Petty Towns. I'm going to start with Petty Town. AEW, you've done a very, very good job all throughout your Dynamite debut. Stay away from being like WWE. Tonight, you got real recap heavy in parts. And it's not real recap like it was a feud. It was recaps from last week.
Right.
I know it's my Petty Town award, but stay away from the recaps. I think it was a little excessive tonight. Normally, you guys are awesome about it, but you only get Petty Town tonight. Brian.
My Petty Town award would have to be when Tully opened the box.
What's in the box?
Yeah, no, but I feel like it should have been. Wow, I should have. It should have been like shiny, and it should have been like treasure.
What's in the box?
Like he opens up and like
Marcellus Wallace Soul and Pulp Fiction.
Sure, and both of their faces glow up, and like you see all this light come from the box.
Have you not seen Pulp Fiction? Is this another classic film that you missed out on?
No, that's. I feel like I've seen it. Like I don't think I've sat through the whole thing, but I've watched it.
Can we please seriously furlough him?
I know he dances. He does that weird thing. He has the ponytail.
Until he watches certain movies, he's not allowed back in the studio.
No, Bruce Willis gags people. Michael Clark Duncan's in it too, right? Doesn't he? Someone gets banged. He bangs someone.
You
or
suck.
This is horrible.
Petty Town, Rob.
I can.
You can give it to Brian if you want.
I was thinking about it. Just give it to Brian. Petty Town for me. I really don't have much in Petty Town. My Petty Town is the Cody thing that I said, that the level of intensity he had for this match did not match the gravity of the match.
Makes me so mad. I think that.
It's my Petty Town.
I like it. Mox is going to be on Dark next week. Butcher and Blade versus FTR. Best Friends in OC. 6-man tag against Proud and Powerful and Sammy. So we got a good show there. We've got In Your House. We did our predictions already coming up on Sunday for the NXT brand. We all picked unanimously EO to win the triple threat against Charlotte and Rhea for the women's title. Brian picked Keith Lee, but Rob and I think Gargano's going to win after elevating Keith Lee to the big belt. We all picked Karrion Kross. That's one of those.
Who's Caden Cross?
That's one of your from your games.
Oh.
And then Finn Balor and Damian Priest. We all picked Finn, and we all picked Cole over Velveteen. So that because again, I'm going with that Keith Lee is going to be the one in Cole's run. So, plugs, anything else we got to do before we wrap this shit up?
You can buy a T-shirt at markedoutgear.com.
One like Brian's wearing?
Yeah, but I'm frozen in
You're
space,
frozen.
so you can't see it.
So you get
You
a
actually just disappeared.
You can get a coffee mug. You can get a T-shirt, a sweater. Not really a good time for
Can't
a
get
sweater.
a sweater.
No, but you can get a promo code there, marked out, all one word, marked out gear. It's 10% off your order with the promo code marked out, all one word. You can also use that promo code at collarandelbowbrand.com for another 10% off. There's only one for each, so don't get excited. I didn't want to add them together.
Yeah.
If you're doing, if you're looking for supplements, I do CBD to calm me down. I don't know why I bleeped out myself.
You can curse.
I can say fuck.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down sometimes. So you go there, use the promo code marked out, all one word, get 15% off your order at phoenixfit.com, FNXFIT.com. Get B12, man, natural energy. The one thing we don't produce.
Before we get to final thoughts, the last stop is Petty Town. Let's see what the board has to say. Evan says AEW Blood in the main event. Blood in Cody matches loses the specialness when it happens every time. Fair. It's the petty town, so it's fair. And he said the whole Drake storyline for NXT. Sammy singing for Bang Bus. He was very bad. He didn't know some of the lyrics. Was super offbeat.
Yeah.
Stike says my petty's a small one. They said Fighter Fest will take place during the summer.
Did they
just say the date when it's on the TV screen?
Did he want him to come out singing like Sebastian Bach? And
Yeah,
what
what
he
the
wanted?
fuck? That wouldn't have been funny.
18 and
Hey, real quick, H Murillo 95 on Twitch says he just wanted to say that he agrees with me about Cody 100. So
Wow.
Brian,
All right, and Stike, our stat
Out.
boy Stike, because he's way better than Greg,
you the man.
says they added a 6-man match, or 6-women match, for Sunday. Candice, Dakota, and Raquel versus Shotzi, Tegan, and Mia.
Yeah,
So
what, a
faces
tag
versus
match?
heels. Yeah, 6-woman tag match. Presumably on the pre-show. It'll add a 6th match to the card.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
I think I would go with the heels in that one.
What are you going to go with?
Sure.
Bias Brian.
Sure, I'm going the same way.
He's like, you're talking about NXT.
Yeah,
I'm
I didn't even
done.
know. I didn't even know it was fucking going on this weekend. Sorry, I'm so in tune with AEW, man.
So far away too.
And you're so far away from me. Final thoughts? You got any? I've said everything I want to say to Brian. So I'm talking only to you.
Who? Oh, both of us? Rob?
No, I'm only
You
talking
want
to
to take
Rob.
the floor?
Uh,
He doesn't trust me.
I could say that you could join us on YouTube Live next Monday at 11:15 as we recap and review Monday Night Raw, or we decide to talk about something else. It all depends on how the night goes and what mood we're in.
Yeah.
So that's next Monday. Remember to subscribe.
Do
to
we have
the-
another show that comes out before then?
We do. We have the All Elite Hour that's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out
Oh.
tomorrow.
Yes.
This one's a fun one. This one is just the group email question.
Okay.
So we go all over the place. Not so much Dynamite review.
Oh.
It's just kind of an
Oh, that's pretty
all-encompassing.
cool.
Oh, I
We
thought
should
you were.
do
I
something
thought
like
you
that.
were doing your
Well, we
normal
already-
thing and saving all your good comments for tomorrow. That's why you were being such a, or for the
Yeah.
AEH,
No, what do you mean, man? Saving all
because
my
you
good
didn't have any
comments.
good comments
I
tonight.
wish
What
you
do you
could
mean,
have set
dude?
us
I
up
was-
with something like
Well,
that
you know
on
how
this
you,
show.
I was
you know how
kinda
you're
gold.
biased with your graphic designs for the
Oh, for
the two
NXT?
shows.
No,
So
I let Rob
I
do
thought
Mondays.
You were saving all your gold comments for AEH.
No,
because
we
you
already
were-
recorded,
You were
brother.
just terrible.
We already
tonight.
recorded, brother. I was
Oh.
terrible. My comedic timing was terrible.
You were bad tonight.
No, I've been taking
Check the tape.
lessons
Check the tape.
at the Groundlings. I've been driving back and forth every
The
week.
Right to
Groundlings?
censor.
Yes.
What are the groundlings?
We
It's a
have the
comedy
right to
troupe. You
censor
wouldn't know.
Brian.
You're not as classy as I am. No, you guys are peons. You guys are peasants and pheasants. You're like the bird.
The bird.
Hey, also
Like
join-
Morse Day in a
Is
time.
the
Yes.
bird the word?
Join the AEW discussion group too. We have to thank them for. You're gonna do that during the entire.
Don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody
Can you at least
knows that the
include
bird is a
the
word.
plug in there? Join the AEW discussion group.
To the AEW discussion group.
There you go. There you go.
I'm
Send a
sorry.
request to the admin and you'll get accepted.
There you go. See, that's what
We're-
that's it. That's the enthusiasm I like.
We're off the rails tonight, guys. Just
Wrap
Well,
that shit
I'm
up,
on the
B.
moon. No.
the world's been a pretty shitty place yet.
Yeah,
so
we just wanted to skate for a couple hours.
yeah, so we're fucking. If we are not in our analytical state tonight, as we may usually do, we're all just trying to enjoy ourselves a little bit, right? All right, shut it down, boss man. Get us the hell
Yeah.
out of
Hey,
here.
come back Monday. Listen to Brian in the All Elite Hour and everybody else. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.